Alright, hi everyone, we are back with another video, and instead of doing a guide like I've been doing, I'm actually going to be making a tier list instead, which I guess is a guide in essence, but you don't talk about that. Also, sorry for not uploading yesterday, I was like exhausted. But yeah, so for this tier list, I'm going to be making sure I give like a little explanation for where I put every cookie, because I don't want to just like put it there and then provide no explanation, because some answers are a little more complex than this cookie go here because this cookie bad, or this cookie go here because this cookie good. Also, this tier list will be in the description, so if you would like to make your own tier list using this one, then feel free to go ahead. Alrighty, let's get started. So first off, the common cookies. So for the most part, these are like pretty self-explanatory. So Gingerbrave is going to be going into C. He just does not do enough damage for being a striker, and he doesn't really have enough in his kit. His promotion where he gets an extra dash, while interesting, isn't good. It just isn't. Yeah, there's really nothing else to say about Gingerbrave. Ninja is going to be going into B. So while I wouldn't use him over, like, say, Plantain, for example, if you don't have Plantain, Ninja Cookie is not bad by any means and can be used with Rye if you want that Wind Tagger. Angel Cookie is going to be going into C. There just is no point in using them. You get Chamomile for free, and Chamomile is just like an infinitely times better healer. Cherry Cookie is actually going to be going into A because she's pretty good. If you pair her up with like Chili Pepper, she's going to be phenomenal. Her promotions are also quite crazy for a common cookie. I'm really surprised she's not, like, at the very least rare. So that's nice. If you want to build Chili Pepper, make sure you build Cherry alongside her. And finally, we have Muscle Cookie, who's also going to be going into C. He just attacks too slow, moves too slow. His passive, like, little candy thing is just too unpredictable for it to be consistent. And his animation, like, his ultimate animation just, like, takes forever. It's so odd. Yeah, I would steer clear of building these at the bottom. Ninja Cookie you can build if you don't have Plantain and you're using it for Rye. And Cherry Cookie, honestly, she's alright to build. She's not horrible. Also, I should add that Lemon Zest is at the top because Lemon Zest's on top. Also, he's not in the game yet. So yeah, next up we have the rare cookies. All right, so I'm gonna be starting with Gumball Cookie. I'm actually gonna put in S plus. No, I'm not joking. As of right now, he is the best tagger in the game because he just, honestly, he's pretty crazy. I mean, if his multipliers were a little bit higher, he could easily pass as like an epic cookie simply because of just how good of a support he is for cream soda. I don't know, he's just really good as of right now. This will change in the future whenever water is no longer meta, but yeah, as of now, he is S plus. At least I would consider him to be S plus. After that, we have Twisted Donut, who I'm also going to put into A tier. Twisted Donut isn't bad, but I have nothing real special to say about him. Unlike Cherry Cookie, who has like a ton of AoE burn, he just provides damage with his turrets, which isn't bad damage by any means, but the turrets are, they attack kind of slow until they get into their overdrive or whatever. So yeah, they don't provide a ton of AoE, but single target damage is pretty good. Yeah, I have nothing special to say about Twisted Donut. Also, I should add that he is free, so yeah, that's a plus. Next up is Alchemist, who I'm also going to put into A. She's actually supporting two fighters, being Werewolf and Dark Choco, so, you know, she has a lot to handle. But her basic attacks are pretty low damaging, but she has a pretty high damaging skill, and her ultimate's pretty nice for off-field damage. Her poison and then her elemental tag is just nice to pair up with them. But she's not a true, like, dark type debuffer, which means, you know, she's nowhere near the strength of Gumball, unfortunately. Pistachio, I'm going to have to put into B tier. She's just not great. When comparing her to, like, Chamomile, again, who is free, you really have no need to build Pistachio. Now, you can if you want. I probably will build her for fun. I like her design. But in a tier list sense, she's just not that great. Like, she's not unusable. She's like Ninja. She's not unusable, but you're not typically gonna want to go out of your way to build her unless you really like her. Sorry, I just made a change to the tier list and I added a D tier because there's two cookies that I feel like would benefit from having a tier that's not so low but is like not so high. Those being Pistachio Cookie and Werewolf Cookie, who is actually also going to go here. So the reason why Werewolf is going here and not here is that like as like a DPS, he is always going to be worse than Dark Choco unless he's maybe 5-star promotion. But I'm not targeting 5-star promotion right now because that's just not realistic for the average player. And as far as like Pistachio going here goes, it's like I was comparing her to Ninja at first, but these two they're stronger, but like they're not as good as like the cookies up here who serve like more purposes because they are taggers. Like taggers get that little buff because it's like they make the strong cookie stronger. So yeah. But yeah, I'll pause for a moment if you want to just see the tier list with these guys. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna put Twisted Donut down here. I don't know. It feels wrong putting them up in A with these two. And I don't know, this feels more right. All right, now we're going to move on to the epic cookies. The interesting part. Yay! All right, so we are starting this off with Chamomile, who I am going to throw into S tier. Now, Chamomile, she's pretty good. I mean, she's a free healer. She heals quite a lot at higher levels. Early game, not so much, but in higher levels, yes. Pair her up with Rye and Plantain, you get that nice win team. That's pretty good. Not much to say about her. She's a good healer. Chili Pepper, I am going to have to throw her into... Honestly, I'll put her in A. Chili Pepper, she's not as bad as I thought she was. You can use her in like swarm modes with Cherry, and she'll do all right. But for like boss modes, I would probably stay clear of her because a lot of her damage is AoE. She has a lot of AoE. Compared to other cookies, which is why she's so good in those swarm modes and why her damage output is actually higher. Ooh, cream soda. Yeah, cream soda is going up there. Cream soda is broken. Yeah. She's why water comps are so good. So, yeah, she gets to go into S+ with Gumball. Sit there very, very, very nicely. Fresh Pepper, my beloved. I have to put him into A tier though, unfortunately. Crush Pepper, I think he's good. I like using him. I am going to keep building him, but meta says otherwise, unfortunately. And yeah, he's just gonna sit with his little fire type companions and relax. Dark Choco is gonna go into S. His damage is pretty high. He does struggle chasing enemies though. Yeah, that just seems like a problem he would have because he has to charge up his attacks. So, you know, that makes sense. Not really much more to say. Right now, he doesn't have a dedicated dark type like debuffer like Cream Soda does, but once he does, oh boy, he's probably gonna be up there as well once he gets that dark type tagger. Durian Sting Durian. I'm gonna be so honest. I completely forget he exists half the time. I think the game does too because he doesn't have art like everyone else does. So, yeah, hey DevSys, please, fix that. Unless it's the wiki's fault that I got the images from, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to probably put Durian's, or Sting Durian in, like A or B tier. I need to do some testing with him. I don't think his damage isn't awful, and I think he's pretty interesting considering he doesn't want crit and just has, yeah, I don't know, he has, like, a weird stacking mechanic. His artifact, like, takes away crit from him, which kind of insinuates the game doesn't want you to build crit. So I don't know. Maybe once we get a better Earth type tagger, he will also be better. Like again, the taggers are what makes some of these characters, unlike Cream Soda, who is just busted. But yeah. Ooh, Plantain. Okay, Plantain is going to go into the S tier. Great tagger for Rye. He increases speed and has a lot of off-field damage. His multipliers are actually pretty nice. That's the thing about like current epic tier taggers is that they have pretty high multipliers, which is always a good thing. I don't have much more to say about him. He's good. Rockstar, again, going in S+ with the water type trio. They're just the best. It's just the best team right now. I would be lying if I didn't put them up there. They're good for pretty much all forms of combat, or not combat, content. I guess combat as well. So yeah. So next up, Rye. Again, she's going in S tier. Great second DPS. I would actually. No, that. Hold on, I need like rearrange these tiers and like order of what I actually think. Yeah, that seems right. I like this. Yeah, these two are better, gonna be better. Yeah, okay, no, I like that. Wizard Cookie, who's the final one. Oh, I guess I forgot to talk about Rye. Yeah, just good second DPS. She has a tagger that's pretty dedicated to her already. But, yeah, she just doesn't do as much burst damage as Cream Soda, but that's okay. She's not bad by any means. Yeah, use her. And finally, Wizard, who I will throw right there, isn't it? No. So without any current light element fighters, Wizard is already pretty good. And once Lemon Zest gets added, Lemon Zest will probably be right here alongside with Wizard. But for now, this is where Wizard's gonna go. Like, he's not bad. He has pretty alright solo damage, but he's just nothing too special. Yeah, that's that for the epic cookies. So I hope overall my tier list makes some sort of sense, and I'm sorry if your favorite didn't go as high as you would like. Yeah, I wish I could put Crushed Pepper up here, but I can't. I would be lying to you guys if I did that, and I don't want to intentionally lie about something like that. Ooh. Sorry, my recording software just went rogue. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I will be trying to do more tier lists like this whenever there is like a change in the meta. And again, if you guys want to take a look at this yourself, I will have this tier list down in the description of the video for you guys. So yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed, a like and a subscribe would be really appreciated. And bye bye.